But what I can't decide, why won't he be the king I know he is, the king I see
welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing super well and staying safe out there, and here I am to do a brand new video. Now, I've been thinking over the past couple of weeks that my channel is becoming very repetitive and very drilled into one kind of subject, if that makes any sense. I need to move this closer. I'm filming on my normal camera, which I don't normally do. I normally film on my phone, and I feel like I need to kind of go out and do different things that people might be interested in. And today I'm actually doing one of those things, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about travel. Now, I know travel is a normal thing for my channel, but I'm actually going to be doing my top 11 places that I've travelled in my lifetime, and recommendations that I obviously have been to and done and loved. And I think this is a really cool idea and gives you guys inspiration for obviously when this whole pandemic is finished, that you can have inspiration of where to go next away. Now, I know I'm so lucky to be able to go to these kind of places, and I am not saying I'm not at all, but I just thought I'd come on here and give you guys some ideas, just have a general chat with you. I really want to do in-depth videos like about Walt Disney World, like advice and tips, Paris, my bucket list of places I want to go, and yeah, I just think I'm just going to change it up a little bit, and hopefully you guys don't mind that, and that it's going to be a bit different. While I've obviously got the list on my phone, I'm not reading off anything, I have obviously just got the places so I don't forget. So in number 11 is got to be Bulgaria for skiing. I loved going skiing this year with Dan. It was such a memorable time, and it's so active and it's so nice to be out in the fresh air and be able to do skiing. Now, I love skiing, and skiing is up there as one of my favourite things to do on holiday and go as a holiday. Bulgaria is like a third world country where we go. It is so kind of run down, and we don't mind it like that. It's so cheap to go out there. So if you are looking for a place to go skiing but you don't want to be up in the party area, you don't want to have to spend a lot of money on food, drinks, anything, this is a place to go. They have got so many different kind of bars and restaurants. The people are really friendly. The English isn't great, but honestly, I love it out there. It's so down to earth, it's so chilled. We stayed in the Davoska hotel a few of the nights, and that was so chilled. It was, I think it was a 3-star hotel, but it was absolutely fun. You don't spend a lot of your time in the hotel during skiing, so honestly, anywhere you end up booking, as long as it's got maybe a pool or a sauna or anything like that to relax in the evening, that's what your best thing. But we actually end up going skiing because Dan's dad, Jimmy, has a apartment over there, so that's kind of why we ended up going there. But yeah, I love Bulgaria skiing, and even though we've got a place there, we definitely want to venture out and go to different skiing places like the French Alps and things like that, but this is definitely up there as one of my favourite places to go. Okay, so my next one is iNapa. Now, I loved iNapa, however I was a little bit young and I think if I went now, I'd be more like comfortable around it. I wouldn't have such bad anxiety about going out and things, but it was such a lovely place, and I definitely go back there with my mum, with my friends, with Dan, anyone. I would definitely be up to going. So we actually went over there when I was 15, and we stayed in a place called the Mermaid Suite. So it was called Napa Mermaid Suites, and there's a massive hotel, and then there's like little bungalows as well that's right next to the pool. We actually upgraded to be in them ones, which was so fun. It was pink, it was the coolest rooms, and the hotel was lovely, the staff were great. But there's so much to do in iNapa. Obviously there's the whole partying side of things, but something that we really loved doing was going to the beach. And now, I'm not normally a beach person, but I've been more beachy recently, like for a couple of years, if that makes any sense at all. We loved doing Nissi Beach. Now, Nissi Beach is one of the most famous beaches, and would definitely, come on, camera focus on me, babe, and would definitely recommend doing this. You can hire jet skis, you can hire paragliding, which we did, and there's so much you can do. If you're going out there with a group of friends, this is definitely the thing to do, to have some fun and to have some like activity. There is also a water park at iNapa. Now, it isn't the most amazing water park which has got all the biggest rides and everything, but it is a very cool, down to earth, iNapa Waterworld. Now it is cheap to get in and you can pre-book online and things, and I would definitely recommend if you're going for a couple of good days to do that, because it just gives you a whole day out, you can have fun and it's good. And I really enjoyed actually when we went. There were some really good rides. I thought I was almost going to die on one, I'm not going to lie, because it was so fast. We stayed obviously at the Napa, but we actually went out to different restaurants, and we went to the Aden Beach Hotel. Now this is a little bit pricey, so just beware, but we loved going here because the food was incredible. They served the steak in front of you. I really wish I actually had a video to show you, but I didn't do YouTube then. I wanted to do YouTube, don't get me wrong, and I was always vlogging, but I didn't actually upload it, or I deleted. Next we have Disneyland Paris. Now you guys know I'm a Disney nerd, you guys know I love Disney to the T, and Disneyland Paris definitely qualifies for being one of the best Disney parks ever, even though there's only a few and I've only been to 2. I love Disneyland Paris. There's so much to do there, and I feel like I'm pretty clued up. I've been very many times. I think I've been about 7 times, and I've honestly done pretty much everything that you can do in Disneyland Paris, and I still feel like there's more to do. Now something that I would definitely recommend is planning before you go, having an idea of what you want to do and where you want to go. So obviously there's 2 parks, and I feel like I can't really round up everything in this one video, hence why I want to do a whole Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World video. But I definitely think that you should do some dining restaurants with some characters. The princess lunch called the Ibiza, I can't say it, I'm not going to even try, is the cutest little thing. You meet the princesses and the food is really, really lovely. However, just beware that obviously it's quite expensive in Disney, so have that in mind. Have a good amount of spending money you can have. There's obviously the outside of the park where there's shops and dinners and everything there as well, so if you do want a little break from the actual parks, you can always go out there. There are characters, there are rides, there are shows, and the shows are amazing. Definitely follow some Instagram accounts, follow some Facebook accounts if you are going for a first timer. But Disneyland Paris, how could you not go? So next up is Abu Dhabi. Now you guys know I loved when I went to Dubai and Abu Dhabi. They were brand new places for me. I've seen so many influencers and people going there, and I was never sure whether I would really like it. However, I loved it. Abu Dhabi was definitely a place for me that I will definitely go back to. We stayed at a place called Radisson Blu. It was a normal hotel. It had what you needed for a hotel. It wasn't anything amazing, but it wasn't anything to complain about. It was a lovely, just very chilled hotel, but the view was incredible. We got to see the race track that obviously the F1s drivers go on, and that was just amazing. I've always been an F1 fan and I loved going there. So there was so much to do in Abu Dhabi. We obviously were only there for a couple of days, so we kind of didn't manage to do everything, but honestly it was such a fun time. So we went to a place called Saida Beach, and that was a beach that was like a club beach. Oh my god, my battery is flashing. Typical. I will be back once I've charged my frigging. I didn't suddenly like randomly change. I basically got really cold while waiting in my house, so I basically decided to pop on a jumper. Go to Abu Dhabi if you ever end up going. I can't recommend the mosque enough. I need to change this, sorry, I know I'm annoying you all. That's better. I can't recommend the mosque enough. The mosque was a really amazing experience. It was so just mesmerizing how they do it and how it all is. I would definitely recommend going there. When you get there, they give you obviously what you have to wear and things. You're not allowed to wear just normal clothes and things, but honestly if you're going there, make it a must because it really is an amazing experience. We went for dinner once at this place called, I'm not going to say the real name of it, it's called Salt Bay. You know the guy that does that little Salt Bay thing? Yeah, him. His restaurant, it's called Nusrat It's, and it was the most incredible meal I have ever had to this day. It was a steak restaurant. It's quite pricey, they are coming to London, but I can't recommend it enough. If you want to go for a really incredible meal, I would definitely recommend that, and the dessert is insane. Like, I would fly to Dubai just for that, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. We also went to the Yas Marina and the Yas Island, which is loads of stuff there. It's got like quite a lot of clubs there. It's got the whole, obviously the marina, it's the F1 track, and we went inside the, there's a hotel on the top of the F1 track, which we went inside. We had dinner there, we had drinks there. It was like considered like the women's hour, so we all the women get free drinks then, and it's incredible. And honestly, there is so much to do. We drove to Abu Dhabi we didn't drive to Abu Dhabi, we were already in Abu Dhabi. We drove to Dubai and it only took about an hour and a half, so I would definitely recommend doing that if you've got enough days to spread it out, because if you're there you might as well go and have a little look at Dubai, because Dubai is amazing. Okay, so Crete. Now Crete was such a beautiful country. I loved going to Crete. Me, my mum, my gran and my granddad went there about, was it 2 years ago this May, and honestly it was amazing. With Crete, with places like that, you really have to look at the hotel and think, what has it got there? Am I going to be bored if I'm staying there for a week or 5 days or more than a week? And if you are, you want a hotel that's got a lot of everything. It's not just got a buffet and a pool. You will normally get bored. However, in Crete as well, there is so much to do. You can go wine tasting, you can go up to the mountains and things. We didn't do that. We done 5 days of a lot chilling. One of the days this was a bit rainy, so we actually went into the town, and the town was incredible because it was like you went into their world, and as much as it's like just like a normal thing for them, we went in and it was the lovely little shops and the typical thing when you go to like the markets and stuff, and it was lovely. And we went all along the pier and stuff, and yeah, I would definitely recommend Crete because it is a beautiful country. The water is amazing, the beaches are lush. We stayed at a place called the White Palace Hotel. We couldn't recommend it enough. It had everything you wanted there. The staff were amazing, the rooms were lovely. So yeah, Crete is a definite one up there. Up to Dubai, I went to Dubai in August this year with my dad, my stepmom, Alicia and Dylan, and then Helen, my stepmom's family, her sister and them, and it was incredible. I'm not even saying this to you. It is like a different world out there. It is so man-made and it's so luxurious and everything like that. If you are liking that kind of stuff, it's definitely a place for you. However, it is quite expensive, so if you are going out there you will need a lot of spending money. That's all I'm going to say. We stayed in the Atlantis, which is, I feel so blessed to be able to stay there because it's such an incredible hotel and it's like a dream come true really, because it's got everything. So the Atlantis is one of the popular hotels to be on the Palm Beach. They have different little bits of the whole entire country, and this is one of the most popular hotels. They have got a complete water park, which is insane. It's got all of the rides and everything. I wish I spent more time with the rides. However, I was kind of like by myself because obviously we were with the kids and stuff, and there weren't anyone like really my age to actually just go off. Like if I went with a friend or if I went with dad, we would just be going off to the water park all day, but we didn't. The Atlantis has also got an aquarium, and you can use all of this stuff if you end up just going there, because thing not to do, you can, Nala's actually just come in to like pester me. You can actually go there and use their facility, so you can pay to obviously go to the aquarium, which may I say is amazing. Me and my dad went shark and fish swimming. She's so irritating. Nala, please go away. And yeah, so that was amazing. You can pay to do that. You can go and see the aquarium. You can go to the water park. Now the water park is amazing. It's got everything there that you could possibly want. We also went to a theme park. Now this was kind of a non-family agreement. I didn't really want to go because I was like, it's actually boiling. Like surely we can't go to a theme park in this weather. It was hot and it was sweaty, but a lot of the stuff is inside, and it's called Motion Gate. If you've got young children, or if you just like something different than just chilling around and sitting around, this is a place that you definitely should go. It's very chilled. It's got quite good rides. It's like the Shrek animation DreamWorks basically, and it is a very, very good, cool place. It's cheap as well. Definitely recommend to go to Motion Gate. And the Dubai Mall is something out of this world. It's got water fountains, it's got an aquarium inside the mall. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's so luxurious, there's so many shops. It is very different, and it's a completely different country. And obviously if you're going there, you want to go to the Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is one of the most popular icons. It's the biggest, it's the tallest building in the world. So if you are going to Dubai, I would definitely recommend going there because it's like a landmark, and if you're only going there for once in a lifetime, that's the place. You can book tickets there, or you can book tickets online. My next place is one of my favourite places. It's called Turkey. Like you don't know where it is. It's Turkey, and Turkey is a place where you've got to get it right. Like Crete, you have to get the hotel right. If you don't get the hotel right, you won't enjoy it as much. We stay in the AYIA area. We've stayed at Lara Beach and Titanic Beach Hotel. They're both very similar. You want somewhere that's got a bit of different food. It's not just got a buffet. It's maybe got an Italian, it's got Chinese, it's got an Indian or somewhere like that, because you will get bored of buffet food all the time. That's all I've got to say for that. They do jet skis out there. There's a lot of fake designer stuff. It's a very chilled holiday. If you want to go somewhere that's all inclusive, Turkey would be my #1 suggestion, because it's got absolutely everything. It's got lovely water, it's got lovely sunbathing weather, and it's hot. It's hot when you decide to go. We went in July and it was hot. So one of my favourite places in the whole entire world is Tenerife, and we have been going there since I was little and since my mum was little, and it is a place that's very like homely to me. And I love Tenerife because of the water park there. Sigan Park is a place you must go if you're going to Tenerife. It is something beyond, because it is so amazing. It's the best water park in the world, and you can book online, or you can book through like attraction tickets, or you can book on their actual website. When me, my mum, her boyfriend and his son actually went, we actually got a cabana above the water park, and it was insane. They are quite pricey. It was more of like a treat for us. And they didn't like water slides, so that was where they chilled. And there's a wave pool, and the wave pool is insane. Like, the waves go so high, it's just like you're being in Hawaii actually surfing. It's so fun. There's like a little sunbathing bit there. There's amazing food. The rides are great. Everything. I could go on for ages about Tenerife because it is such a busy place, and if you're going there with maybe a group of friends, it's a perfect place to go. They've got strips, they've got a lot of drinking, they've got a lot of good food. We like going to the Monkey Beach Club. That little area is great. That's where I got my tattoo done. The Monkey Beach restaurant is fab, and there's loads and loads of stuff to do. We stay at different places all the time we go, but my favourite places we've stayed at is Hard Rock Hotel and the Babos Suites. The Babos Suites is just amazing. Obviously I'm going to insert some pictures, but it really does just like wow. The zoo. The zoo is fab as well, the L'Oreal Park. I don't go there anymore because, I don't know, I'm not really a massive fan of zoos, and also we've been so many times, but the zoos are great, the water sports are great. There is a lot to do in Tenerife, and if you are looking at going, definitely do, because it's a definite place. And it's just not too expensive. Ibiza has a complete special place in my heart because it was me and Dan's first holiday together, and I know it has a place in my mum's heart. She's always been like an Ibiza kind of girl. She literally loves it, and there's so much in Ibiza. It isn't cheap at all, I'm just making that clear. The drinks are expensive. Like, me and Dan got 2 vodka and Red Bulls for 40 euros once, and I was like, what? No, are you being serious? There's so much to do, and it's gonna, I can't really put it into one, but Ushuaia, you have to go if it's the party season. David Guetta, Craig David, everyone is always there, and it's such a good vibe. It's busy as hell, but it's a good party. It's one of my favourite, it was one of my favourite days that I'd done last year. The sunsets and sunrises in Ibiza is something else as well. I'm sure you would have seen on my Instagram, but me and Dan actually went out one night, and he got really drunk, and he booked out a whole restaurant to watch the sunrises. They're that amazing, because there's like loads of marinas and everything. And the sunset, if you are looking at somewhere to go, Mambo's is the place. They do a lot of DJing. The food is incredible there, and even if you don't want to eat there and you're more of a budget out there, you can get a pizza and a drink and sit on the beach and watch the sunset. And the sunset is something you will never see again. That, honestly, when I was watching the sunset down, it made me like feel like all warm and fuzzy inside, because I was like, not many people get to do this, and I feel so extremely blessed. We stayed in Soul House Beach in Ibiza. It was a little bit far. Taxis are expensive in Ibiza. Beware, if you want to be in the party area, book a hotel, pay the extra, because you will otherwise spend it in taxis. We stayed at there, and it was a lovely hotel. It was very chilled, and it was a lovely hotel, let's be real. The food over there, there's so many different restaurants if you want to choose. We went to Bambuda, and we also went to Amantes, and they are 2 very popular places to go. Amantes overlooks the river, not the river, the beach and everything. That's definite one. And Bambuda is like a Thai restaurant, and there's so many different places to go in Ibiza. Ocean Beach is very popular for the partying and things, which we went to, and there's loads of beach clubs and stuff. It just depends how long you go and what you are going there for. My mum actually got married out there, and we had the most amazing holiday ever when we went, and there is so much. if you are going out there, I recommend to get your glitter done on your face. There's a place called Fairy Glitter, and it is literally like so cool getting it done. But yeah, I'll obviously link everything down below that I'm talking about. Number 2 is Disney World, Florida. Of course, it's got to be up there. It's one of my favourite places in the whole entire world, and I'm actually looking at going back in 2021. For me, I want to do the Disney Cultural Representative Programme, when you either go over there for 3 months or 12 months and actually work over in Disney World, which would be an absolute dream for me. But me and my friend are actually like looking at maybe possibly going out there when we turn 18 after our exams. Possibly, not 100%, but maybe. And I can't talk about everything in Disney World because it would take up all this video and it would probably be hours long. But some of the things you've got to do again is plan. We stayed at the Caribbean Beach Resort, but there are thousands of places in Orlando to stay. On the Disney Resort, there are literally moderate values, deluxe, villas, everything. Or you can stay off site, which is obviously important as well because it's saving money. You can go to Universal. Universal's very popular, and there's so much in Orlando. There's the Florida malls, there Disney Springs, and honestly you feel like you're in a completely different world. You feel so much magic. I cried so much when we left, and it's such an amazing holiday, a holiday you will never forget. The food is not just chicken and chips. There's so much different food. There are so many different shows, the 4 parks and the water parks. It's just like insane. Like Disney World is up there for me, for you will never get bored of going. If you didn't guess it already, because it's all I talk about on Instagram and YouTube, is my favourite place in the whole entire world, which was Thailand. Thailand changed my life for the best, pretty much. And we stayed at Krabi, and we also stayed at Khao Lak. We stayed at the Dusit Thani Beach Resort in Krabi, and it was one of the most amazing hotels I have ever seen and ever stayed at. So we also stayed in Khao Lak at the waters. So we done Phi Phi Island tours. You need to do this if you're going to Krabi. It's a place where you cannot miss out. Even if you are not staying at Krabi, you should still do it. You should still do a boat tour. Boat tours are just so chilled, and the long boats and everything. We done junk boat tours where you eat fish and you watch the sunsets and you jump off the boats and you go snorkeling and scuba diving, and it is literally just like a breathtaking moment when you take it and you're like, wow, I actually can't believe I'm doing this. The elephant sanctuary is so important to go to. If you are going to do animal activities, please make sure you're doing them right. Please do not go to the elephant sanctuaries that aren't actually sanctuaries, where they don't really rescue them, where they abuse them and don't take care of them. And please do your research. I'm going to link the sanctuaries down below if you are looking into going to Thailand, because that is the most sad thing, that people actually still go to them and ride them. If they let you ride them, you know it's not a sanctuary, because that's not normal. If they've got the things on their backs, if they just let you, they should be letting you feed them, wash them, and everything like that. We went on a treetop adventure where we were going through the trees, and they feed you bananas and pineapples, and it's such a fun experience. And there's so much to do in Thailand. All the street markets and the incredible crepes on the street and the coconut milkshakes. And we went to a restaurant called the Hilltop Restaurant, and it was amazing. And then we went to Khao Lak, and we went on some more boat tours. We went to the Donald Duck Beach. We chilled a lot in Khao Lak because it was like a swim up resort. But honestly, if you are looking to travel and you are looking to go to somewhere that's really going to change you and it's cultural and things, can't recommend Thailand enough. Thailand, when we got back, we were like, wow, that was amazing. 2 weeks is a good amount of time. If you can go for longer, go for longer. There's somewhere that I really want to go. But yeah, those are my places that I loved travelling. Some recommendations for you guys. I want to start to talk more about travelling. I was starting to start a blog, but I actually just love YouTube and I want to do this. So I might start travel related things, where to go, what to do, my bucket list. That's going to be my next video, I hope, about travelling, where I want to go, what I want to experience, and a little bit about a chat about my future. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all staying inside if possible, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.